Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. WWE Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley recently took to social media to send a message. The Eradicator also uploaded several photos of herself, flaunting her title. Liv Morgan brutally attacked Rhea Ripley after she successfully defended the Women's World Championship against Becky Lynch at WrestleMania XL. Morgan's attack led to Ripley injuring her shoulder, which forced Mommy to relinquish the title. However, since coming back from injury last year, Ripley had set her eyes on reclaiming the gold from Liv. After 2 unsuccessful attempts, Rhea finally dethroned the Judgment Day star on Raw's Netflix debut. Rhea Ripley recently took to Instagram to share several backstage photos from the latest edition of the Red brand. In her post, the Eradicator sent a one-word message, highlighting that she had reunited with the Women's World Championship after being forced to relinquish it last year on Raw. Vince Russo believes Rhea Ripley could have a rematch against an absent WWE star at WrestleMania 41. During an edition of Sportskeeda Wrestling's Legion of Raw, former WWE writer Vince Russo said that he believed Rhea Ripley could face Becky Lynch in a rematch for the Women's World Championship at WrestleMania 41. Russo also mentioned that he could see a clash between Charlotte Flair and the Eradicator as well for this year's show of shows. I would have to think it's gotta be Charlotte or Becky, because those are the only two that are gonna mean anything. Bianca Belair maybe, but she's doing the thing with Naomi now. I would think that Charlotte and Becky are the only two that make sense, he said. Both Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch are heavily rumored to return at the Women's Royal Rumble 2025. It will be interesting to see if either of the two stars will face Rhea Ripley for the WWE Women's World Championship at WrestleMania 41. Reunited. The air in the arena was thick with anticipation as Monday Night Raw returned from commercial break. The screen displayed a somber Rhea Ripley sitting in a dimly lit room, her signature black leather jacket draped over her shoulders, and her Women's World Championship resting on her lap. The crowd murmured, sensing that something significant was about to unfold. Rhea's icy demeanor was unshaken, but her eyes betrayed a storm of emotions. For weeks, she had been the pillar of the Judgment Day, leading the group with an iron will. But tonight, she had been forced to make a decision that sent shockwaves through the WWE Universe and through herself. Earlier in the night, Adam Pearce had delivered an ultimatum to the Judgment Day. Their backstage antics and disregard for authority had reached a boiling point. Pearce announced that unless Rhea made a drastic move to bring order back to the group, consequences would follow. Titles would be stripped, matches canceled, and the Judgment Day's reign of chaos brought to an unceremonious end. The tension backstage was palpable. Rhea had gathered the faction, Dominic Mysterio, Finn Balor, and Damian Priest, in their locker room. "We're stronger together," she had said, her voice firm. "But Pearce isn't bluffing. If we don't fix this, we lose everything we've built." Dominic nodded, his loyalty evident, while Finn and Damian exchanged wary glances. Their recent disagreements over Money in the Bank and leadership roles had driven a wedge between them, and now, Rhea was the one tasked with making the call that could either reunite or shatter the Judgment Day. The scene shifted back to Rhea in the dimly lit room. She leaned forward, the weight of her decision etched into her face. "Sometimes, being a leader means doing what you don't want to do," she began, her Australian accent cutting through the silence. "Tonight, I had to make a choice for the greater good. I had to remind the Judgment Day who we are and why we're here." The video cut to a replay of the night's earlier events. In a shocking move, Rhea had ordered Damian Priest to relinquish his Money in the Bank briefcase to Finn Balor, declaring that unity was more important than individual ambition. "Finn has been in this game a long time," she had said in the ring, standing between the two men. "He's earned this. Damian, you'll get your chance, but right now, we need to focus on keeping this family together." The crowd had erupted into a mix of boos and cheers as Damian reluctantly handed over the briefcase. The tension between him and Finn remained palpable, but for the first time in weeks, there was no open hostility. Back in her vignette, Rhea continued, "It wasn't easy. Damian and Finn are like brothers to me. But this family, the Judgment Day, means everything. And sometimes, family means sacrifice. Her voice cracked slightly, a rare moment of vulnerability from the usually unshakable champion. I know people out there are questioning me, she said, looking directly into the camera. They're saying I've gone soft, that I've lost my edge. But let me make one thing clear. Nothing has changed. I'm still the most dominant force in this company. But dominance isn't just about brute strength. It's about strategy, loyalty, and knowing when to put others above yourself. As she spoke, a montage of the Judgment Day's highlights played. Finn Balor's demon persona conquering opponents, Damian Priest's powerhouse performances, Dominic Mysterio's shocking heel turn under Rhea's guidance, and Rhea herself standing tall as the undisputed women's world champion. The next segment showed a post-match backstage interview with Damian Priest. When asked about his reaction to Rhea's decision, his response was measured but hinted at underlying tension. I respect Rhea, he said. She's the heart of the Judgment Day. But let's be real. Handing over the briefcase wasn't what I wanted. I'm not sure if it's what's best for me. But we'll see if it's best for us. Finn Balor, on the other hand, seemed reinvigorated. This is what I needed, he said with a smirk. Rhea saw the bigger picture, and tonight we took a step closer to cementing the Judgment Day as the most dominant faction in WWE history. Dominic Mysterio, ever the loyal protege, chimed in. Rhea knows what she's doing. She's always had our backs, and tonight was no different. We're stronger than ever. Rhea's vignette concluded with a chilling warning. To everyone watching, don't mistake this for weakness. The Judgment Day is more dangerous now than ever. And to the locker room, if you think this decision has made us vulnerable, come find out for yourself. We're just getting started. The screen faded to black, and the crowd erupted into cheers and boos. The WWE Universe buzzing with speculation about what was next for the Judgment Day. Backstage, Rhea watched the segment air on a monitor, her stoic expression betraying nothing. As the camera panned out, she was joined by Finn, Damian, and Dominic. For a moment, there was an uneasy silence. Then Finn extended a hand to Damian. Truce, he asked, his voice tentative. Damian hesitated, glancing at Rhea, who gave him a subtle nod. With a sigh, he shook Finn's hand. This doesn't mean I like it, Damian said, his tone gruff. But for now, I'm in. Rhea smirked. That's all I needed to hear. Now let's go remind everyone why we're the most dominant force in WWE. As the four walked away, the camera lingered on Rhea's confident stride, her championship gleaming under the fluorescent lights. Despite the challenges, the Judgment Day was united once more, or so it seemed. In the days that followed, social media exploded with reactions to Rhea's decision. Fans debated whether she had made the right call, with some praising her leadership and others criticizing her for potentially alienating Damian Priest. Rhea, however, remained unapologetic. She took to Twitter, posting a simple yet powerful message. Sometimes, you have to do what's best for the family. #reunited, #the Judgment Day. The accompanying photo showed her standing alongside Finn, Damian, and Dominic, their fists raised in solidarity. But behind the scenes, cracks in the foundation remained. Would the Judgment Day's newfound unity hold? Or was it only a matter of time before ambition and egos tore them apart once more? As the WWE Universe speculated, one thing was certain. Rhea Ripley's leadership would continue to be tested, and the consequences of her decision would ripple through Monday Night Raw for weeks to come.